Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another commuting video. Everybody seemed to have really enjoyed the last two that I've done, so I thought I'd take you with me this week. Now we're heading over to West Bromwich. As always, I tend to, when I'm going to a new work venue, tend to get out the Ordnance Survey map. We're on map 139 of the 1 to 50,000 scale here in Birmingham. And I always try and sort of plot either not necessarily a route that I haven't been before, but this is very much a straight line route between me and where I need to get to. So, but I always try and sort of squeeze in as much off-road as I can and taking me down some of the paths and roads and things that I haven't been before. So that's where we're heading now. Just heading down College Road out of Erdington. It's about 5 degrees, so it's pretty cool, but it's not as cold as it's been in the previous weeks, thankfully. And that means there's no ice, so I can get a bit of a shufty on some of this. It's about 7:30 in the morning, starting to get light now in the mornings, which is lovely. Miss the summers. Looking forward to some good commutes this summer. There'll be some lovely places to head out to. Just over this traffic island, roundabout, whatever you call them, there's this is Witten Cemetery on the left here. This is the biggest cemetery in Brum. This is, and apparently they declared it full in 2013. I think you can still get buried in there if you've got family. You've got a family to get in. But Mr. John Cadbury is buried in there apparently, and it's got some lovely views of the city. I'll take you down through there one of the days. It's a lovely place, little oasis in the middle of all the urban sprawl. It's very nice. Some big playing fields on the left here. I'm not sure what they are. Must have a look and see what they are. Lots of goal posts on them. But the roads feel pretty quiet this morning, to be honest. It's not a bad roll along. I often wonder if I should cut these bits, but I think it is just quite pleasant to watch without the video jumping all over the place. But look, really want to say welcome to all of that. I've picked up over 200 new subscribers since doing these commuting videos, so I'm obviously doing something right, which is wonderful. So very, very welcome to everybody who's joined the channel. Again, it's much, much appreciated. And I've had some fantastic comments off both old and new subscribers, and I've really enjoyed, I've tried to answer as many as I can and really enjoyed talking to a lot of you. It's been fantastic. But thank you to all of you who've taken the time to comment and pass on some tips and hints and things, and it's lovely to hear where you've remembered. And I'm going to try and pull across the traffic now. I need to head down Church Lane. It was closed the other day. I'm hoping, well, I know because I've been there, but I'm hoping it's open. It's not open, but I'm going to sneak down anyway. And it's just means that we'll have less traffic to contend with. If you look here now, that little bit there is the only reason the whole road is closed. So, yeah, nip round it. Along we go. So if you have joined the channel, welcome, yeah, and if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps me, it really helps the channel. And also, if you can hit that little thumbs up icon as well and give this a like, that'd be great. Thank you, very much appreciated. I think this is St John's Church. I think that's why it's called Church Lane. But it looks lovely. I do want to pop in there one of the days and have a look around the church. I do like a nice church. I think they can be such little oases of calm and have some fantastic wildlife in them, and plant life and bird life. There's normally quite a lot of traffic down this road, but obviously because it's closed at the one end, there's not really very much, so it's quite pleasant. Quite a pleasant commute. Just on the right here now, we're coming up to all of the newly landscaped area of the Alexander Stadium. There's a brilliant park and playground just on there, and it's all new and it's fantastic. Obviously that was all built and done for the zhuzhed up, I think they call it. It was zhuzhed up for the Commonwealth Games. You know, like when you have people come around your house and you give everything a good tidy, like you always live like that. That was very much done here. It was all sort of tidied up, make it look nice for everyone. Lights are changing straight across. Dipping into Perry Hall Park. Just down here. I'm interested to see what the river levels are like on the Tame. Obviously there's a lot of water about, a lot of snow has melted and a lot of rain has come down. Hopefully it's not flooded. There we go. There is a path almost all the way along the Tame. It's not a continuous path. You have to dip in and out of places, but maybe that's another idea for another video. We often do it as a bicycle adventure club ride in the summer months. It's quite interesting, as the River Tame is like the Black Country. It's the West Midland conurbation's major river, so it sort of has headwaters in Wolverhampton and Oldbury, I believe. Although they're all built over now, it's really hard to go and find the exact source of the river. And was by the 1980s and 90s was horrifically polluted. But I think they've worked really hard on it, and they've cleaned it up a lot. So I believe these culverts and everything were built in the 80s. And all the fields that you can see there were deliberately left lower, I believe. So if the river does flood, that acts as a floodplain and water storage area, so it prevents problems further downstream. I've never seen them flooded, but that's what they're there for apparently. So just heading off along the little levee here now. In the summer, when you come down here, there are cricket games going on everywhere. I don't do cricket. I don't understand it. Unfortunately, it's not. And I have tried. Somebody tried to explain it to me once, and yeah, it went over my head. I just can't. I couldn't get excited about it, unfortunately. But it's lovely down here in the summer. Everybody's out, all families are out, and all the cricket games are going on. But it's quite pleasant to ride through in the morning. Saves being on the roads. And this is the exit of the park coming up. We go over a rail track, which I think it's just a freight line. This is now. There was a station around here somewhere. It's another thing to go and have a look at or a hunt out one of the days. There we are, over the railway line, and this dumps us into the back of Handsworth, so we need to get through Handsworth now. So as soon as I'm out of here, I'm back on the road for a little bit. There we are. Some lovely houses as well around here. And they get progressively bigger as you get into Handsworth. There's some fantastic properties in Handsworth. Really big old houses. Probably all built off the... Not these are a bit newer, but the big old ones will come up to probably built off the back of the Industrial Revolution. We are climbing slightly uphill here. Handsworth does sit on a little bit of a hill. There we go. Just going to go left and continue up the hill. Bit of traffic, line of traffic to overtake. Road's wide enough though, plenty of room. It's a lovely thing about being on a bike. We've got to go right here as well, so looks busy. I'm hoping that there's a gap in the traffic. Oh, there we go. That's the lovely thing about being on an e-bike is you're not putting that pressure through your knees when you need to really accelerate away. You've just got that little bit of help. Got all these big houses now. Look at them. Great. There's lots of them are turned into care homes, and I'm sure HMOs. I know a lot of them are HMOs, houses of multiple occupancy. But some of them are still big old family homes, and they're lovely. There's a lot of money in Handsworth in places. I used to still do sometimes do repair and maintenance work, and I've worked in a lot of the properties around here, and they're fantastic, big old established gardens, and they're lovely. So yeah, I'm not sure what you want me to do here. I feel as though I should put a little bit of music or something, or whether you want me to cut it, or I don't know. I think a lot of people in the comments have said that it's lovely just to see where I am and what's going on. And I know a lot of you used to come from this area, and are very interested in how it's changed and what it looks like now. So, but yeah, I'm just sort of sitting here watching myself glide down the road. And I think that's the thing, is that what perhaps doesn't seem very interesting to me is obviously of great interest to other people. So yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think. Do you want a bit of music? Do you want me to just leave it? Just at the end of this road now, I'm going to jump into Sandwell Valley. But in fact, we've got quite a climb up into Sandwell Valley, so. But yeah, let me know what you think. I know that I used to find videos like this quite nice if I was doing Zwift or cycling indoors, because I could just sort of sit and put it on and watch it and pedal away, and it was just interesting to watch whilst I was Zwifting. So this path now heads into Sandwell Valley. You'll hear that I'm breathing quite heavily. It is quite a climb up. And you know, even on the e-bike, you've got to put a bit of effort in, and it's quite nice because, like I say, with the e-bike, it takes the sting out of your knees when you need to pull away, and you're not so worried about the stopping and starting. But on climbs like this, you can really decide what effort you want to put in, and it's really nice sometimes just to put your foot down and really put the effort in and get up, knowing that if you are struggling, you've got the backup of the motor, which is amazing, really. Some lovely views as you start to get to the top. We'll see if there's the view at the top's lovely. I don't think it particularly comes out on this this camera because the angle is so wide, but it's a lovely view. Again, I haven't really scripted this or anything. I'm not trying to sort of overthink what I'm saying, or just trying to pick out bits that were interesting to me. It's pretty muddy down here as well, actually. It is paved, this, but obviously there's a lot of debris. And we're really not far from the M5 and the M5 M6 interchange here, so you can hear that constant rumble of the motorways in the background because it's rush hour, so they're pretty busy. So just up there, up this path here, are World War II Handsworth gun placements. They're pretty interesting to go and have a look around. I'll take you around there one of the days. This is the view. Can't see it fabulously, but it's so lovely. And we start to head downhill now, down into Sandwell Valley. So this is quite a pleasant little roll. It's sort of split in half by Park Lane, which we'll come to in a minute. But you can see it's starting to open up.
Squirrel.
Here we are. I'll stop at the signpost, just so. Mostly because I need to blow my nose. Not that you want to see that. But well, let's crack on. So on the right here, it looks like they're building. I hope it's not a big estate. I don't really know what they're doing, but yeah, it's I hope it's not being developed for property. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. There's enough brownfield sites to be building on. It's a shame if they're building in the valley. Okay, this is where we join Park Lane. This is a 40-mile-an-hour road that an awful lot of paths and things from both sides of Sandwell Valley join. If I headed down towards the right there, I'd get to Swamppool Car Park, but you can see this is a 40-mile-an-hour road. There are no pavements or paths either side. So if you get caught on this as a cyclist, and this is uphill as well, and it starts to get even steeper up the way, it's a flipping hell of a road to be caught on. Fortunately, I get off here, I need to go to the left, but there's no way, there's two blind bends here, there's no way I can pull out into the traffic, and so I get off and I push the bike across. It's much safer. Over the little stile there, and we can get back on and head down into the Sandwell itself. There we are, 40 mile an hour. Look, flipping. It's a lethal road as a cyclist. I've done it a couple of times, and it's yeah, it's not fun. Very twisty and windy. But this is lovely down into here, and like I say, you can hear the buzz of the motorway, because we'll go over the motorway in a minute. But you can also hear it. All of a sudden, I'm very aware that there's an awful lot of bird life. And there's birds, just you can hear them getting louder and louder and louder. And it's, I'm going to stop and I'm going to let you have a listen. It's lovely. It's just lovely. Who doesn't want that on their way to work? So there's always a point. It's normally, I don't want to put a time on it, but I'll get into, I'm just checking my watch there because I'm wondering whether I'm going to get to work on time. But there's always a point in the ride where I realise that I'm totally immersed in it and I've completely switched off, and I find myself smiling, and I'm just that grateful that I'm out cycling and on the bike. There you go. I said to myself, I'll give myself a thumbs up when that moment hits me, and so I'm sort of 24 odd minutes into this ride. And and it happens every time if I'm out on a good long ride, that I just get this feeling where I realise that I'm not thinking about anything but right this minute and riding. And it's really freeing and relaxing. And it's like the ultimate goal, and it's brilliant. This is Sandwell Valley. Welcome to the Sandwell. This is the remains of a 12th century medieval Benedictine monastery. And that there is the Sandwell, the very Sandwell itself. You can see the water's bubbling up in this hole here, but over there in the 18th century they put a nice concrete thing around it with well, I'll show you. Let's take you and show you. Have a little walk across. So yeah, they built this bit of mud. There it is. Nice little lion's head, and I think the water's supposed to come out of his mouth and it's supposed to be all fancy. But there's 3 little wells there.
Good morning.
But it's a lovely place, lovely to come to in the summer as well. It's all free, and I think you have to pay for parking if you come here in the car. You'll see the car park in a minute. But yeah, I'll bring you back down here one of the days if you're inclined, love your history, or you want me to, I don't know. Let me know. Stick a comment in. We can do a history tour of the Black Country. But we can certainly come back to Sandwell Valley. It's a brilliant place, especially if you're on a bike. So yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about the bike, about what I'm riding, and I've only had this bike for just over 12 months, October 23, I think, and there it is, and it's a Grand Canyon on 8. So it's got a Bosch motor. The reason I got it is because it was the only small framed hardtail e-bike I could find that had got an 800 watt-hour motor on it, battery on it. Everything else was 600, and I wanted that because I'm pretty heavy, and I wanted to be able to go further on it without having to buy a battery upgrade. And it's been brilliant, and I probably get about certainly 100 plus kilometres out of a full battery on it quite easily. It's heavy, it's about 23-24 kilograms, so it's not fun to lug about, but it's saved my riding. I've done far more riding on this than I have in the last sort of 3 or 4 years put together, with my creaky old bones and my hurting knees and whatnot. So it's been amazing. Heading up towards the bridge that goes over the M5. We'll have a look. Have a looky see. Doesn't look too bad this morning. Flowing, that's looking northbound towards the M5 M6 interchange. Flowing nicely this morning. That's looking south towards Junction 1, West Brom Junction. Still, I'd rather be up here looking at it than down there driving in it. And off we go. Other side of the M5 now, proper into West Brom. Oh, I'm going to stop here and show you. This is one of the National Cycle Network Millennium markers. This one, I believe, was done by Andrew Rowe, and he's a Swansea-based artist, if I remember rightly, and it's got a nautical theme, but it fits quite well with round here because it's got like the chain links and stuff on it. Obviously, Cradley's the chain, or was the chain making capital of the world. Made the chain for the Titanic and the anchor. But they're all painted lovely. They're all painted really nice. So this is the main road. If you come into Sandwell Valley, this is the main road in from West Brom side, and there's a big car park up there. You can see over there, there's like a big fun fair up the one corner. I've never been to it, but and I know I think there's a petting farm, and there's a very nice cafe. I do know that. I've been there for a cup of tea and a nice bit of cake. That was lovely. And just up through those trees, there's absolute masses of exercise equipment. We've had a quick go on it for our ordnance survey. Been to the gym. I'll stick a link up above so you can have a little look at that and see what that's all about. And then up here there's a lovely crossing that's painted like a rainbow. We came and did a group ride down here a couple of years ago, in 2022 actually. I'll put a picture on. There we are, that's all of us, the Adventure Club crew. We had a little ride out to Sandwell Valley, and we had our picture took there, which was nice. And now, I've never been into here, I don't think. I'm heading up into Dartmouth Park. This has apparently had millions spent on it, and has been all completely refurbed. And it's lovely, it's very landscaped. There's a boating lake, there's a ornamental pond, there's a viewing point. There's probably a cafe in there somewhere that serves a bit of summit. But it looks lovely. This will look totally different as well in the summer. I'm looking forward to coming back in the summer when everything, all the leaves are on the trees and all the flowers are out. But it's a fantastic place. Big as well, it's a big place. There's the boating lake. I don't think anybody swims in there. I know we swim at Swan Pool. I've spent a lot of hours swimming around Swan Pool, especially when I was training to swim Lake Coniston. But I've never heard anybody swimming in here. Probably not supposed to. Or mind you ain't supposed to swim anywhere, are you? Not allowed. We do though. We sneak in. I'm just heading round the paths now. I'm just heading uphill. I know where I want to be, and where I want to be is the reason for me riding up through the park, and you'll see that in a minute. But I've got a bit lost round here. I've gone up a path I shouldn't have done, so I'm going round the ornamental pond, and then I'll come up the hill and back on myself. Yeah, I think that's it there. That's like it looks like a big wooden fort. It looks fantastic. I'm gonna have to come back and have a look and see what it's all about. But I think there's a viewing platform up there. And there's the bandstand, look. Looks very interesting, whatever it is. There we go, you can start to see it through the trees now. That was why I wanted to come this way. So the West Bromwich Expressway obviously has cut the top end off this park, and they've put this curly-whirly bridge in to get over it, and I thought, well, that'll be interesting to go and have a ride up and round and over. So here I am. Rather than trying to get through and over it along the streetway, we'll go up over this footbridge. Looked interesting on the map. There's a brilliant bit of graffiti here, look. This bridge would be so much more vibrant if you stopped clearing the graffiti. And the thing is, they're right, it would be, because look at it, it's a dirty mess. But a nice bit of graffiti wouldn't go amiss on here. Not all this tagging, I'm not so keen on this. Practice on a bit of paper, kids. Save your best work for when you're out on the wall. But you'll see that just here on the right is obviously the old park keepers. It's not a cottage, it's a big house. And the old the old original gates to the park that's just been cut in two by the big road. Shame. Yeah, look, there's the old nice gates. And that's it. We've been dumped right into the belly of West Brom. Back in the Black Country. These big old nice houses as well, aren't they? I haven't got too far to go now. It starts to get a bit industrial now. I'll go back towards it. I used to work in West Brom. Probably, 25 years ago. And I used to commute from Dudley on my bike, from Dudley to West Brom every day. Even in the snow and everything. And it was unheard of back then. People in the office thought I was bonkers. But I loved it. Going out and I used to have to be on the desk sometimes from about 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'd be 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd be leaving Dudley on my bike, on my push iron. Look at all these lovely new houses they've built along here. They're all like modern with wooden cladding and everything. They look fantastic. How about that? But yeah, enjoyed my time working on the high street in West Brom. It was, the high streets are very different now. They're not like we remember them. I think you only go up the high street now. Certainly in Erdington, you only go up the high street now if you want to buy something for your vape pen, or have your hair cut, or a shave. That's it. All the butchers have gone, and all the shops and everything. Yeah, there are cycle paths on the pavements here and then painted blue and lovely, but it's all start, stop, so you might as well stop on the road and get on with it. Gets a bit busy here. There's a big Gurdwara on the corner, and I'll go past a man in a minute in some ceremonial dress. It all looks very fancy. But it's quite busy this morning. There he is, got a sword and everything. And that's it. So, that's West Brom for you. I'm nearly where I need to be. Get past this bit of traffic, and I think I'll leave you there. So, well done. Well, thank you very much for coming with me from Erdington to West Bromwich. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. I hope I've said enough. And if you would like to see more of this sort of thing, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what I've done good. Let me know what I could do a little bit better. How does that sound? And I'll speak to you all very soon. And I'll leave you here. It's dark, when I've gone.